Welcome to Adeline's Pet Paradise, where every wag, purr, chirp, and meow gets its moment to shine. From heartwarming tales to hilarious pet fails, we're all about celebrating the quirky, lovable chaos our animals bring into our lives. So grab a treat, scratch behind some ears, and let's dive into today's story. Years ago, my family had two cats, Suzy and Guy. Now Suzy was a menace, a full-time feline bully. Her favorite hobby was tormenting poor Guy, stalking him, pouncing on him, turning his life into a never-ending episode of Survivor, the living room edition. Guy's response? Hiding. Constant hiding. He lived in shadows. We rarely even saw him. You know a situation is bad when you forget what your own cat looks like. So eventually we took Suzy to the vet, and she got prescribed Prozac. Yeah, the cat was on Prozac. Did it help? Not really. She was still an adorable little tyrant, but the medication did come in handy when Mom ran out of Prozac and had to borrow some of hers. Pro tip: if your cat and you are on the same meds, something's gone off the rails. Fast forward a bit, and the vet decides to try something new. He puts Guy on a stimulant, the idea being maybe it'll give him the boost he needs to finally stand up to Suzy. Nope. Nada. No changes. Guy remained firmly in witness protection mode. But then something magical happened. One day we get an envelope in the mail addressed to Guy, and it wasn't a vet bill. It was a letter from a major legal firm. So here's a detail I probably should have mentioned earlier. Guy is actually our last name. Yeah, that means when the letter showed up addressed to Guy, the law firm didn't think it was going to a cat. They thought it was going to a person named Mr. Guy, like maybe an old man in a cardigan. A retired tax accountant. Possibly owns a stamp collection. Nope. It was going to a cat who'd been hiding behind the washing machine for most of his life. And it turns out, the stimulant Guy had been prescribed was part of a class action lawsuit over price manipulation. And they wanted to know if Guy wanted to join the lawsuit. We said, absolutely yes. Because if anyone deserved justice, it was that cat. Then, we forgot about it. About a year later, Guy received a check in the mail, $150, for his legal victory. Mom took it and bought him toys and treats. It was a proud day for the household. Our boy had won his first legal battle. But wait, it gets better. Just before his legal career kicked off, Guy also received a federal tax refund. We think it was for 75 cents. The point is, this cat, he had revenue streams. Suzy may have been the bully, but Guy was the entrepreneur. So yeah, my cat once won a class action lawsuit and got a tax refund. And I think he might have had a better credit score than me. I'm not saying he was the financial brains of the household, but honestly, his net income beat mine that year. If you've got any funny or weird pet stories of your own, I'd love to hear them. Drop a comment below whether your dog thinks he's a cat, your hamster escaped and took the Wi-Fi down, or your cat accidentally joined a class action lawsuit. Let's swap stories. And hey, don't forget to like and subscribe for more strange tales from Adeline's Pet Paradise. Thank you.